Hey guys, Brad from simpleguitar.com here, and thanks for coming back for another video. Have you ever gotten to a point in your playing where you aren't sure what to do next? Like you've been learning and working on stuff, and you just don't know where to go next on your guitar journey. Or maybe you saw a video of Eddie Van Halen or someone else doing something really cool and thought, I have to learn that, that's so cool. Well, before you do that, there's one question that you need to ask yourself before learning that thing though. And the answer to that question is going to point you in the right direction so that you know exactly what to learn next. But more importantly, the answer to that question is also going to tell you what you don't need to worry about. When it comes to learning guitar, a lot of people get caught up thinking that they need to learn everything, and that simply is not true. And today we're going to be talking about the golden circle of guitar, or finding your why as a guitar player. And that is going to inform what things you learn on guitar, what order you learn those things on guitar, and it's going to help keep you motivated over time so that you don't want to throw your guitar in the garbage. Now, if you haven't already read it, Simon Sinek is the author of a great book called Start With Why. I highly recommend it. If you're into personal development and becoming a better person, this is an amazing book. Go check it out. Today, we're going to take some of the principles that he talks about in that book, and we're going to tie it into playing guitar. I want you to imagine 3 circles on top of each other: a large outer circle, a smaller middle circle, and an even smaller inside circle. With these 3 circles, we're going to give each of them a label that is going to describe what we do with guitar. Now, on the outside of the circle, we're going to label that what. So this has to do with what you do on guitar, what you play, what things you learn, what scales you're doing, what songs you're doing, what chords you're learning, what arpeggios you're doing, what techniques you're using, all that stuff. This is what. And this is what most guitar students, when they start out playing, worry about the most. But the middle circle, right inside of the what circle, is what we're going to label how. Now, this is thinking about how you do what you do. So thinking about how you go about learning, how you go about studying, how you go about practicing, okay? This is a totally different approach to think about the how of something than to only think about the what. The secret sauce, though, is when you get to the smallest inside circle, because this is where we are going to worry about the why. When you focus on the why you are doing something, why you are playing guitar, why you are learning something, why you are practicing, and then you allow that why to inform how you do it and also what you do, this has a huge impact on your guitar playing. So I want you to think back to, why did you want to start learning guitar in the first place? What was it that motivated you? What was it that inspired you? What was it that made you think, if I play guitar and if I do this stuff, I'm going to feel awesome and it's going to feel great and I'm going to be able to do all this cool stuff? What was it that lit that spark inside you to want to play guitar? The more clear that you can be about that why you want to play guitar, the better, because the more clear your why is, the more that you can use it to move everything else forward. So what guitar players inspired you to pick up the guitar? What songs was it? What was that catalyst? You need to get really comfortable and clear on what your why is. And what I want you to do is, when you discover that, I want you to write it down. And then I want you to put it somewhere that you can refer to it regularly. I want it to be on your bathroom mirror or next to your bed, or somewhere where you're going to see your why on a consistent basis so that you can remind yourself about it. And it's not something that you just forget, because this is something that you're not going to want to just say one time or write down one time. You have to keep this at the top of mind. Why do you want to play guitar? Why do you want to do what you do? And then that's going to inform how you do it and what you do. Now, how does it do that? When you're clear on your why, everything else can fall by the wayside. There are things that you don't have to spend your time doing. There are more important things that will help you get closer to achieving your purpose, your why you want to play guitar. For example, like I said, a lot of guitar players will think they need to learn everything. They need to do everything. And that's simply not true. First of all, there is too much when it comes to guitar playing to do for one person to be able to do all of it and master it and do it really, 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 really well. I'm not saying that it can't be done, and I'm not saying that there aren't amazing players who do really great things. But what I'm saying is it's probably more effective for you to make sure that you are focusing on the most important things to make sure that you are fulfilling your purpose of why you want to start playing guitar in the first place. For example, if you don't listen to music that uses sweep picking and you don't plan on playing music that uses sweep picking, but you have a guitar teacher that gives you a whole bunch of sweep picking stuff, you need to question what your guitar teacher is doing. Because if that's not in your why you want to play guitar, then why waste your time on it? It's something that you don't need to worry about. If you're listening to players like B.B. King and John Mayer and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix, and they don't do sweep picking in their playing, and that's the kind of stuff that you want to play, then why waste your time on that? Understanding your purpose of I want to be like this, I want to do this. If your purpose is I want to be a great blues guitar player because I love blues music and I love how it makes me feel and I want to impact people the same way, then why would you be learning sweep picking that's totally outside the realm of blues guitar playing? Understanding your why will inform what you do and how you do it, because there are so many different paths that you can go down as a guitar player that you can't go down all of them at the same time. So being clear on your why will inform what path you take. Now, something that I want to be clear on is there is no wrong reason. There's no wrong why. It's up to you. This is totally individual, but I want you to be honest about it. If your why for playing guitar is to pick up chicks or to be admired by people that you don't know or to make money or whatever it is, I want you to just be honest about it. I want you to be frank and be upfront about what your why is. Just own your why. Let it be yours and don't be ashamed of it. Don't be afraid of it. Own why you want to play guitar. On top of that, also don't let other people decide your purpose. Don't let what someone else wants make the decision for you. Make sure that you are making the decision for yourself on why you want to do what you want to do. You have to remember that their dreams are not your dreams. Sometimes you're going to have friends and people that you know that your dreams are aligned. You want a lot of the same things. And that's good. That's okay. But be careful and make sure that when you're talking about your purpose and what you want to do and why you want to do it, that you are informing it yourself and not letting others decide it for you. The danger of not knowing your why or your purpose for playing guitar is pretty bad because, one, you end up not being true to yourself. You end up betraying your own purpose that's within you. And there are times that I've actually seen guitar players get worse because they aren't clear on why they play and they let others decide it for them. It gives you a huge lack of direction, so you don't know where to go or what to do next. And you end up just following other people for whatever reason instead of finding your own direction. So what I really want you to do is I want you to think about this. I want you to think about why you want to play guitar, get super clear on it, write it down, refer to it often, and allow that purpose to inform everything else that you do for guitar. Understanding your why will make your path clearer. Now, with that, guys, if you haven't already, like I said, I highly recommend going and checking out that book, Start With Why. And he has another one, a follow-up to it called Find Your Why, that helps you find it even more. Go check out those books by Simon Sinek. They're great. I will put links in the description below the video here. But also, I have a gift for you at my website. If you go to simpleguitar.com/top10, you can go there and download the top 10 things to learn on guitar first. It's a free guide. It walks you through 10 of the things that I love to teach beginner students right away on the guitar. And these things are aimed at getting you up and playing and making real music and having a ton of fun right away. So go to simpleguitar.com/top10. Download that guide and start using it. It will make you a better guitar player so that you go from feeling like a total beginner to feeling like a confident player that you can impress all your friends whenever you play for them. And with that, guys, I'll catch you in the next video.